Hello everyone, my name is SequelDubs, and today I want to talk about characters who are evil for no reason too. Without further ado, let's get right into it. The first character I have is from a book called Blood Meridian, written by Cormac McCarthy, and if you haven't heard of it, please go give it a read. There will be no spoilers in this video, but I want to talk about the Judge. The Judge is a character from this Blood Meridian book that I just talked about, and he is genuinely the most scary character I've ever read about that is presented as a human being, because the book takes place back in the Wild Wild West, and the Judge is a very tall, very pale, hairless man. So he's albino and he's huge and hulking, and in the book it's kind of like he just has this like omnipotent type of vibe going on, and he's extremely evil. He has no good motivations. He doesn't help people very much at all. He's just a bad guy. He's killed many of innocent people, including children, without any regard, no remorse, and he doesn't care. Let me read you a quote real quick from Cormac McCarthy's book. I think you'll understand the picture a little bit better. And they are dancing, the board floor slamming under the jackboots and the fiddlers, grinning hideously over their canted pieces. Towering above all of them is the Judge. He is naked, dancing, his small feet lively and quick, and now in double time, and bowing to the ladies, huge and pale and hairless, like an enormous infant. He never sleeps, he says. He says he'll never die. He bows to the fiddlers and sashays backwards and throws back his head and laughs deep in his throat, and he is a great favorite, the Judge. He wafts his hat, and the lunar dome in his skull passes palely under the lamps, and he swings about, takes possession of one of the fiddles, and pirouettes and makes a pass, two passes, dancing and fiddling at once. His feet are light and nimble. He never sleeps. He says that he will never die. He dances in the light and in the shadow, and he is a great favorite. He never sleeps, the Judge. He is dancing, dancing. He says that he will never die. Go ahead and clap it up for your boy one time. I know that narration was perfect, wonderful even, and I know that some people will be hating, say I couldn't read for shit, but that's not part of it. Anyways, the Judge is such a scary figure in the book. He's kind of like the Darth Vader of Blood Meridian, if Darth Vader was a little bit more brutal. And he's just a genuine force of nature. It's like you can't really stop the Judge. In Blood Meridian, it's kind of hard to understand because it's very hard to figure out who's talking because there's not a lot of quotes or anything. You kind of just gotta guess. But in the book, the Judge holds such an enormous presence and is genuinely just scary to think about. Now imagine you're just sitting down or standing, whatever you're doing, listen to this video. Imagine there's like a 6'9", maybe 6'11", extremely pale, hulking man standing over you, breathing extremely hard and grinning like hideously. What would you do? Like, that's insane to think about. He's way scarier than anything I've ever witnessed that is a human being. Without further, I'm tripping. Moving right along. Next up, I have the Coup, and I don't know if this one really counts because they're more of like a alien / animal, and they're so scary because they can't be stopped. They're like omnipotent beings that can do literally anything and manipulate matter in any way they want, and you can't do anything about it. They've gone to multiple planets, just changing the beings on the planet into whatever they see fit. It is genuinely scary. Like, let's put this into perspective. If they came to Earth, they could turn everyone into pocket pussies, and you could do nothing about that. Like, I think on one of their expeditions, they turned an entire planet of people into like meat pillows, and they couldn't move or do anything, but they had eyes, and it was just so weird. And the Coup are so powerful, like you can't do anything to them. They're kind of unkillable from what I know, and they're just so scary because it's an unstoppable force, and you simply cannot stop them. That's what unstoppable means, dumbass. So they're like aliens that are on crack times 1,000, and they can do whatever they want, and you simply can't do anything about it. That's what makes them so scary to me. Because, and also, what are their motivations? I understand they're like kind of animalistic or whatever because they're aliens, or you know, however they act. They don't have to have a motivation, they just do it, and that just makes them evil for no reason, in my humble opinion. But you know, to each their own. Move right along. Next up, I have Art the Clown, and genuinely, Art has no reason to be acting out the way he is. Simply put, Art is just a bad guy. Like, I don't even know if Art's human. Some of the things he's done, like he made a woman birth him, like just his head, and I think he grew back from his head. I don't know. Art kills a lot of people in extremely violent ways. Like, I remember in the first Terrifier, he sawed a woman from her poom poom down to her head. Is that not insane? And another thing, art isn't afraid to use guns. So literally, you if you're expecting a regular slasher out of this insane mime clown whatever, you're wrong. Like he will literally up I remember there was this one gif where art just he had a woman on the ground and I thought he was gonna like stab her or something. He just pulls out a gun and bow, just kills her. No remorse, nothing whatsoever. And he doesn't talk. He makes funny facial expressions. He's very unpredictable. He kind of reminds me of the Joker a little bit. Overall, art's just extremely creepy to me because he doesn't have any motivations that we know of. At least he might be a demon, he might be from hell, he might just be a regular guy, who knows. But that's all I got about art. Move right along. Next up, I got Broly from Dragon Ball Z, and Broly went on a genuine rampage. And I understand he went through some stuff, but his main motivation for wanting to like kill Goku and doing most of the things he did, if I'm not mistaken, I could always be wrong and I apologize if I am, is because when he was younger, Goku was always crying like right next to him in his like little infant pod that the Saiyans had, and it really upset him because Broly couldn't sleep and Goku would just whine and whine and whine, and Broly just had enough and just started beating all of the Z fighters. It's like nobody could duck the smoke, and he was just blowing things up. He was dragging people through the mud. He stopped Piccolo from ore farming. He did plenty of things that I thought were undoable, but in the end Goku still prevailed because he's that guy. But Broly was just such a scary force of nature. Like that's your motivation. That's not enough. Like, come on. And I know in Dragon Ball Super, Broly was really upset because his dad died and Gogeta was about to kill him, but he didn't. And that's more valid. You know, that's more valid. Firstly, he beat up the dude that killed his dad. That's fair. Then he was just fighting Gogeta just basically to survive. Broly had no evil in his heart. He was a great guy. It was just he had a lot of stress and etc, etc. But Dragon Ball Z Broly is a fully different story. That dude did not have a good enough motivation to be acting out like he did. Moving right along. Next up, I got Anton Chigurh. Now, if you've never, I think I talked about him before, but Anton Chigurh is extremely scary, and he doesn't have very good motivations besides just, I don't even know what his motivation is in the film. I just know he kills a lot of people and basically doesn't make a face the whole time. And he's it's like he just can't be stopped. I don't understand how people just see him and don't run away. His face is creepy, his haircut's so shitty, and like I don't understand who his barber is. He probably put a gun in his barber head and say fuck me up every time he get in the chair. I don't know what he got going, but Anton is a freaky guy. Like I remember this scene where he was he got out of his car, walked over to somebody else's car, put a what is it, like a cattle gun up to their head and just like pushed compressed air into their head and killed them, then took his car. Firstly, matter of fact, never mind. Anton is extremely scary, and I don't see how people just don't try to kill him as soon as they see him. Like if I saw him walking down the street, I would have to equip the rocket launcher from my inventory and blast him to smithereens. But that's just me personally. Not everybody could do that without moving right along. I'm not talking. I'm not talking about. Next up, I got Pagan Men from Far Cry 4, probably my favorite Far Cry, and I don't understand. His motivation was just power. He killed so many people. He pushed like what was it, opium or something into the streets of wherever he is, and he wasn't a good guy. He didn't have many good motivations to do anything besides for money, power, and keeping his suit clean and all of that. And overall, I don't see why he did what he did. I mean, I know he had to keep his money, but he was keeping so many people oppressed. He wasn't scared to get his hands dirty and kill people, but he was a scary guy, man. I just didn't like it. I love Far Cry though. It was a very fun game, and Pagan Man was like that ultimate goal that you needed to reach. And while trying to defeat Pagan Men, our main character gets divided between two paths, and he basically just splits it in half. And Pagan, even after Pagan dies, he still has control and is manipulating people into fighting against each other, even in his like wake. That's how much W manipulator, I guess. But Pagan Men was an evil guy. Moving right along. Last but not least, I have Patrick Bateman probably going in the thumbnail. You know, you got to put the good stuff at the end, even though people don't stay that long. I do this on accident. I'm sorry. But Patrick Bateman didn't really have a reason to kill people. He just did, but he looked cool while doing it, so nobody really blinked an eye. And some of his quotes are really funny, and like sometimes the way he acted was cool. And when he was like in the mirror with the woman's legs on his shoulders and he was like flexing and looking in the mirror, like that was just really funny. But I don't see a reason he has to be a bad guy. I'm sorry if this video kind of went off the rails towards the end. kept getting distracted a lot, and I'm sick too, so I really apologize. But that's really all I got for y'all today. I appreciate all of y'all for watching. I love every single one of y'all. I'll see y'all very, very soon.